Hello, guys. Alright, so welcome to Dr. Main. I'm going to talk about Doctor Strange. I'm going to use this one first. A lot of people, I want to say, it's talking shit. So here's my conundrum with them that are shitting on it. I don't know if they're true fans of the comic book or they are just going by movies. So if you're a true fan of comic book, you can see why there's certain aspects of Doctor Strange that I broke it down the way I thought about it. Anyone that does know the comic books, I would love to hear your opinions. If you subscribe and hit me up. I saw it as three different comic books, maybe four, tied into one. So the way I see it, the way I watch it, and what I know in the comic books, there's not going to be spoilers. Technically, this will be a spoiler for comic book fans, and some of them you might know the story, and I might be wrong, but also I might be hitting it. So I got a little bit of from Wanda. I got the House of M, and if anyone caught that, Wanda's part was the House of M, where she wiped majority of the mutants on the face of the earth. Then I enjoy America Chavez. One thing that I want to sit there and tell and I'm not going against them, I'm just saying is like, just because she had like a LGBTQ RT, whatever the pin was on the front of her shirt, stop integrating your opinions and your choices. And I agree with that community's choices, but do not disgrace a movie because like it didn't like, to me it didn't bother me. Barely even saw the fucking pin. Didn't care. The thing is, the star on the back of the jacket, that was perfect. What she did, that was perfect. People making a big deal about the stupid pin. I don't care. I really don't. For the character to be in there, I enjoyed it. For her backstory of what they did, I enjoyed it. Those who having complaints about it and people, I'm like, need to stop. It's a freaking damn movie. And for people that watch movies, enjoy it. And especially people that are comic book fans, that we get to see some things. Like, yeah, we get to nitpick. That's what we do. We get to nitpick because we read the comic books. We get to nitpick. And that's what makes it enjoyable for me. I get to nitpick. I've read a bunch of comic books. I own 3,000 comic books, which means I have a lot to say for the knowledge I did. And I did a paper on comic book history. So I was like, if you don't know the comic book and someone makes it in live action, yeah, the only person that should nitpick it is a person that knows the comic book and the stories for what it is, and nitpick it. Find your own little niche. Me, yeah, do I find my own little quirks in it? I do. Like Doctor Strange. Yeah, some people say the CGI sucked. Okay, fine, it sucked. But did it portray the story? If it portrayed the story, then maybe not full detail because they changed it, but if it portrayed the full detail, come on. Give it a little respect. Didn't go full. Didn't do Spider-Man. It was close, but it did a lot of stuff that it introduced what Marvel Studios is doing, is bring out these other characters that they could tell stories about. Like, we already know what's coming up. Phase 4, we know. Phase 5 is up in there. We know Ms. Marvel just ended. I will say about Doctor Strange, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I loved the weird intricacies of where it was going. Granted, some of it didn't fully make sense. It didn't can't adhere to some aspects of certain comic book issues, but those are certain comic book issues. But knowing Doctor Strange, he's a character that's never really you dive into. Mostly all the superheroes in the comic book world always goes to him for stuff that has to deal with magic or whatever. They always have to go to him. Fantastic Four does it. Spider-Man does it. Sometimes the Avengers does it. Sometimes the Mystic Forces does it, which is, if you know the comic books, what's it called? The Black Suns or...
I'm having trouble connecting. I'll keep trying.
Damn Google. Hurts me. But there's aspects of it where like nobody should shit on it. Doctor Strange did what it did as far as the Marvel universe, minus the comic books. What they're doing in TV and movies is they're trying to take these stories and kind of mesh them so that they could bring out certain stories. So if I had to personally rate on Dark Domain, Doctor Strange, with its little flaws, but overall, I mean, to me it's a rush job to add 3 or 4 stories into one story to bring out the main aspect of the Marvel Universe. I'm gonna give it, in the Dark Domain, I'm gonna give it 7.5 skulls. It's good, there's some flaws, but it's the storytelling. Now, minus I said that, I will say this about the DC Universe. They have to catch up, but they're doing well with certain stories. But they do really DC does very well with their animated storylines. It's spot on, it's dead on, it's perfect. When it comes to live action, except for, I'll say, Aquaman, Henry Cavill Superman are their niche right there. That's perfect. Their Wonder Woman could do better, but in a weird way, I do understand where they went, and it does throw it off and would make a true Wonder Woman fan get like, really? That's the best you can do? But they could do better. I don't give out there because you need as the comic books goes, you need the Trinity. You need Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. You need them. What they're planning to do, I hope they do really well. They have great directors to give us, as comic book fans and people that follow the comic books, fully give us what we need. So far, I'm hearing that the Green Lantern, I think it's going to be a TV series. I'm hearing it should be good. It's based around Guy Gardner, which, out of Green Lantern's, craziest character ever picked, because he's technically, I'm going to tell you, he's a dick. So I'm going to leave it off as this part of Doctor Strange. I gave it, in our Dark Domain, a skull rating of 7.5, close to 8. It's really good. Certain people should not shit on it. The reviews on it, my reviews, when I do it, my spoilers is a little bit of comic books, not just like, oh, I found these weird things, because people keep putting reviews up. I don't know who actually knows the story and who doesn't. The ones that don't know the story, I truly say don't comment. That is me. I rather hear from people that either read the comic book, know the story. You pick your opinions. You nitpick what you want to nitpick. But so far, Marvel's on top. It's giving you the stories that, like, I just turned 40, so I was a product of the 80s, that I read these. Like, these are my stories. Like, this is what I read. So, I want to hear from you. I'm going to do a next review on Thor, then also on Obi-Wan, for those who are Star Wars fanatics, and I'm going to do one on Star Trek, because I just watched Strange New Worlds, and I finished it, but I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do Resident Evil. Hit me up, please subscribe on YouTube, or join me on Facebook. Over there you can follow us on Discord, where I'll have things where I'll give you recipes, drink recipes, food recipes, a place to discuss, and a place that where I will try to do movie nights or TV shows or special events that you all can sit there, just watch and enjoy, and then join into the chat room and Lily, you know, kind of geek out or friend someone and just talk and have a good time. So I'm gonna hit you up. This is Dark Domain. I'm about to go back to my castle and go into my coffin. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later.